was in there, and she actually left the room. And these are the things I'm saying. When
Yeah.
I get better, I'm going to beat the crap out of both of you. The
Yeah.
whole thing was I was scared to death because all I could picture was for this body just collapsing on top of itself like a building.
Yeah.
But they did. They broke that fear, and they got me, and they spun me around, and they stood me up. And I'm standing there shaking in pain and sweating, and they set me down in the chair, and I'm like, well, that was great. But now what? Because I can't do that again, you know. And she's like, you're fine. And they picked me up with this crane thing, set me down. That's all she wanted to do was to break that fear in my head. She knew I was mentally going to fight her. She knew that this was going to happen. She'd been doing it for 25 years, you know, but I wasn't having it. I was this big tough guy all wadded up in cash, just screaming my head off. And I couldn't do nothing. You talk about feeling helpless. I was like a baby.
They were
And
winning.
they picked me up and stood me up. Oh, yeah, they win and they won. And she wasn't stopping. She goes, I've heard it all before. You don't scare me. You're not going to do nothing. I will when I get better. I'm going to come back here and beat the crap out of both of you.
You know what though? The one thing that I'm hearing, and it just felt good to be able to tell you about, you know, my crybaby world and my fear, is because again, and you said this before in one of your posts, you know, I shared that fear, I shared that problem with you, and now, you know, it kind of gave me the kick in the ass, or it also cut my problem in half, and it was relatable, however small. It really helped me. So what you're telling me and shared is what I got from that is you did, of course, do it alone. And that if you had been alone, you wouldn't be sitting, talking, walking where you are today. You had to surrender and get help from them. And we all
Mm-hmm.
do, no matter what degree or what level it is of our pain. Getting help is a big deal.
All you got to have is a willingness at first. Just the willingness to want to get better in some type of way. And that shines a glimmer of hope. And that glimmer of hope will eventually turn into actually having faith in something. And that'll carry you through. I promise you that.
You know, I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to email it to you. There's an envelope on my desk here, and I just looked down at the words "glimmer of hope." I promise. You must have
Mm-mm.
said it before, and I wrote it down because I'm sitting here with the book in my hand for my little poem for today as we close the show, and I'm not kidding you, and I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to send it to you, and I might even change the title of today's thing, "Glimmer of Hope," because you know, like you said, that cry for help, that's his or her glimmer of hope on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, hey, Todd, I want you to hang on because I want you to say goodbye in a second. But I really want to thank you so much for all of your insight and sharing and just kind of partnering along with me on Tuesdays. And who knows what this may turn into. I don't know about you. I'm getting some very good feedback. And so
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate your time and the difference that we potentially could be making, if for nothing else, to make one another stronger so that we can help others. So,
All it takes is one. You already made me feel better today.
oh, well, this is something I
Good.
wrote. Dang it. That's sweet. Mom passed away in April 1997, and this is just kind of crazy that I wrote this in March. I lost both of my parents to heart-related type things, even if it was, you know, whether it was dad and he suddenly had a heart attack or mom, you know, different things with her heart could have led to different difficulties. But strangely enough, in March, I wrote something called "A Broken Heart is a Living Heart," and I think that with the things that you and I have talked about today, that this is very appropriate. It's called "A Broken Heart is a Living Heart." Hearts are broken every day. That's why dreams will never stray. For without the dreams, this life it seems would not be worth giving, and life would not be worth living, and love worth giving. For the heart that is broken is the one that is spoken, the one that is opened for receiving, forgiving. How reverent the blood that rushes and ceases with emotions, risking the wounds to receive the good in ways that we never thought could. That chance at human spirit we take as gifts we find as dawn's early break, embracing a new day as rest leaves us and nightfall ends, granting us another passing day. That was written in March 1997. So,
very cool.
If we're hurting, that means we're on this side of the grass. And
yes.
Sometimes that broken heart can be just the thing to help somebody else out. I know it's a crazy phenomenon, but my, sharing with you today, Todd, you're kind of mending it back together, and hopefully, we can share and do this with other folks in humanity and help out. We really need some mending.
Yes, we do. Keep going one foot in front of the other. Keep leading by example and carry his memory and story along as with the others, family, whatever it may be, mother, father, brothers, you name it.
Thank you, Todd. We will talk further, as definitely about what we're going to be doing for next week. And, the woman that you were speaking of, if she would ever want to share her story or help you and I out to become another relatable soul on this show, please invite her. And again,
absolutely.
I seriously, that there are no rules. I'm just looking to be able to reach out and help somebody. So thanks so much for your time, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Todd. Thank you.
I love you, man.
I love you, Todd. Everybody else, see there? If you're not feeling loved, we love you. I mean it. We do. If you're afraid, do it anyways. We call that courage. And above all, it's Tuesday. It's June 4th. It's the Bev D Show. Tuesdays with Todd. I'm Bev. And have a wonderful day. God loves you, and so do we. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.